Good morning, Patrick here from Complete Health. I've had a lot of people asking me a question this week, or similar-ish questions this week, about a little bit about me more than it is obviously about them. And the questions are along the lines of, how do you constantly stay so motivated? Like, what do you do to keep yourself motivated? Like, why are you such a positive person? How can you stay so happy all the time? And the reality of it is that obviously I am not happy every single woken hour of the day. However, I can honestly tell you, I can very rarely remember the times where I get upset or angry, because they don't hang around for very long. But this is a constant question that comes to me. Like, people will come into the clinic and they'll see I'm smiling, and they're like, "You're always so positive." Or they'll come in and, again, like all the time, they're so drone and grown at the moment, and the world has been set up to be so drone and grown that people are noticing the fact that I'm a little bit more positive than what they may normally when everyone's feeling generally good. So it's a question that's been asked to me a lot, and despite the fact that it's been a really, really tough year, mentally, I've managed to stay on track really well. But there are a few things that I will go through on a daily routine in order to actually maintain my positive mindset and keep myself motivated to do all the other things. So the thing is that for me, to keep myself positive, it allows me to then come in and bring decent energy into work, which makes people feel more comfortable in the type of work that I'm doing. If you come in and you see someone that's not comfortable or not happy in their work, you're not really going to want to spend that time with them. And also, they're not going to really set and instill confidence in you. And this is one of the biggest problems I see with other professions, such as the medical profession. They're all there, they're overrun, they're overworked, and they're all stressed at work. And people don't necessarily like the environment of going to see their doctor anymore. But there are a few things that I will do that will naturally keep me in sync. I make sure I have chiropractic and massage care pretty much every single week. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed, I work in a clinic where I've got a chiropractor and a massage therapist available to me. Do I still pay for my care? Absolutely. I pay for both my chiropractic and my massage care. People will think that because I am a chiropractor that I get all my care for free. That is completely not true. I pay all my therapists. You can ask them for my chiropractors. I have to adjust them, and our credit system works that if I have more adjustments with her, she will get paid for it. It's as simple as that. When it comes to other things outside of my chiropractic and massage care, which, like I say, I have every single week, pretty much without fail unless I'm on holiday, I'll look after my nutrition. I eat a whole foods diet, generally predominantly plant-based, because again, we know that the foods that we're putting into our body, stuff like sugars and fats and salts, they rise to stuff like dopamine in our brain, and those constant spikes and crashes of dopamine start to affect our mood. Dopamine is a short-term feel-good hormone, but we know when we go through spaces and time of feeling content, that's when our serotonin starts to rise. That is our long-term happiness hormone. As far as we can aware, when people have got a higher level of serotonin in their bloodstream and in their brain, we know those people are naturally less likely to get depressed, and they actually generally feel better and healthier in themselves. And some other ways you can naturally raise that other than diet is stuff like exercise, again, which I will do almost every single day. Some other stuff that really keeps me happy, meditation. Now, I use positive affirmations and mantras because I really struggle to just sit and quietly control myself in a room. So I almost have to have something that I have to focus on because my brain is too energetic. It wants to jump from one thing to another. But people always think of meditation like a Tibetan monk sitting on top of a hill. It's not like that. All you're trying to do is focus on just you and forget about all the stresses that are going on in your life, and actually just focus on what you want to do or the positive things that you want to do. So I use positive affirmations. I am good. I am great. I am healthy. I am wealthy. And I will repeat these affirmations to myself over and over and over and over again. Always first thing in the morning, because that's how I want to set my day up for the rest of the day. Now, my number one thing that probably keeps me very energetic and very, very happy is coffee. I absolutely love coffee. That's one of my pride and joys. It's probably my biggest weakness because it's the one thing that I know I have in my diet and my routine that's probably not that healthy. But as I don't drink, as I don't smoke, coffee is my go-to, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'm always bouncing off the walls, though I still limit it. I limit to 2 to 3 cups a day. Why? Because I know that this will actually start to affect the way that my nutrition and stuff starts to work. But one thing I have attached into this video today, in the description, what I've done is I've put in one of my meditation videos or positive affirmation videos that I listen to every single day. There will potentially be some language in there that some people will not necessarily get on with straight away, because Abraham Hicks is the person that makes the video. And unless you've done a little bit of meditation or reading into a little bit of meditation, sometimes the language that people can use, it seems a little bit woo-woo and a little bit like stuff like vortex and vibrations. But what we understand, and if you haven't watched the documentary Heal on Netflix, I would really strongly recommend watching that, because it starts to talk about the way that our atoms are actually held together by energy. And this is what the spiritualists are really talking about when they talk about energy. It's that connection between the way that our molecules in our body are being held together and actually trying to identify or feel that. Personally, I don't know how much truth is in it, but for me, the positive mindset and attitude that comes in with the affirmations of these videos really helps to get me going first thing in the morning and actually change my mindset. But like I say, having these things in, the more motivated and better and more positive we feel, the easier it is to motivate ourselves to then take action on things that maybe we're struggling with. Maybe like exercise, maybe like trying to get into a decent diet routine, maybe like trying to get into a decent sleep pattern. Maybe you want to get enough motivation to start applying and changing your jobs. But the point is that what we have to do is we have to change this first. Because if we have that approach of we cannot do it attitude, you're already setting yourself up for failure before you've even started. So don't set yourself up for failure before you start. Change up here, set yourself the target, believe in the process, set yourself some positive mindset, attitude, routines. And I would always suggest doing this first thing in the morning and see how it actually changes your life in the long term. By the way, one of the strongest things you have to be with this is consistent. So like I say, I've attached a link to one of my favorites. Quite often it takes you on to another gentleman called, for me on my YouTube channel, when I listen to this video, it takes me on to another gentleman called Bob Baker, who then does positive affirmations, which is the I am. And when you look at meditation, when you use the terms I am, it seems to have more of an approach on actually changing the way that you feel, as opposed to just saying something along like feeling positive, feeling great. When you use the term I am feeling positive, I am feeling great, it seems to have more of a physiological effect from what they can see when they've done studies. So hopefully some of this stuff has helped you. Like I say, I've got a little list of the things that I do on a daily basis to try and get myself a little bit more motivated, especially right now. But also the thing is motivation isn't just about motivation. That mindset actually starts to have an impact on the way that the chemicals and stuff in our body. Yeah, it's super hard to stay positive right now, Cheryl. It's like super hard to stay positive. We're all socially uninteractive, which is one of the reasons why I love doing this. And I know that certain people will really get a huge benefit from not necessarily watching these videos when I first do them in the morning, but we get like up to 40, 50 people watch these videos every single day from our clinic. And so setting that positive mindset up is massively going to affect you for the win, because if you're not feeling positive, you're not really want to take action on the exercises that maybe we set in the clinic. Maybe you're going to feel like you're not getting anywhere in your care. You may have small relapses, because the mindset has a huge impact on the way that our physiology works. They call it heart coherence as well. Our brain, when it's out of kilter, and they've watched this on brainwave activity, when the brain is out of kilter and we're constantly having negative thoughts, what happens is the heart starts to beat in aberrant patterns. So you can start to get stuff like palpitations or increases, and that's really where those feelings of anxiety and nausea and kind of panic attacks really come from. Is that heart incoherence when you start feeling that heartbeat in your chest. So like I say, I've attached one of the links to the videos that I use in the morning. But like I say, what generally YouTube tends to do is suggests follow-up videos when you actually get to the end of them that will link you to stuff like the affirmation videos that I listen to as well. Hopefully you found some value. Like I say, if you've got questions, I'm always waiting. I'm waiting for one day for you guys. I know a couple of you guys did, but I'm waiting for a few more messages to actually come through this because I want to help people. Not necessarily always just in the clinic. Like I say, if you've got any questions, please comment them below or send us a private message, and I'll speak to you guys again tomorrow. Take care.